does okay.
She does. So Alicia's now got the tough part of not only trying to attack to improve her position, but also looking in the mirrors to
as possible. So
we should get some racing laps. Marshall's doing a great job as always as cleaning not only the car, but there was a lot of debris that was sprayed across the track. That's why, of course, these cars are going through the pit lane.
just to remind you, this is a full race in terms of points. So it will be 25 points in theory for Dorian Pan if he stays up front. Ella Lloyd in second place, that'll be 18 points, of course, same as Formula 1 points. Felbermeyer in third at the moment, but as you were saying, that could easily be a big change with all these cars together when we get the race underway again. We may see a change, particularly for the podium finishes, and we'll see how that goes in a little while. Chloe Chambers has set the fastest lap with that new front wing on the car, but actually in terms of getting the point, you've got to be, to get the point, you've got to be in the top 10 to get the point for fastest lap, and of course she's down in 16th place. The safety car will help her in that respect because she will have a chance to do plenty of overtaking, won't she?
She will. It's going to it depends how much time she's got left to do it. You can see
She's just getting out there.
Yeah. So she was waiting for the extraction team to come along. She's asking for the steering wheel to be put back on. So I think she is all okay. So good etiquette from her. Putting the wheel back on, but she's all right up out of the car. Here's another replay. So you can see turns into 13 nicely, then 14 a little bit too greedy with that inside curve, and it just bottoms out and flies, and at that point she knows, yeah, I'm heading straight into the wall. So it'll be a busy afternoon, or morning into afternoon for High Tech GP.
Yeah.
A lot of work for them to do.
And until you've done that on a curve in a car like this, you probably wouldn't know exactly how it would respond, but it was just too much of a bang. It flicked it out wide and it smashed that front right and rear right wheels, the suspension, into the barriers. Thankfully everybody else was able to avoid her. That was Courtney Crone who came past her straight after that, and thumbs up to say that she was feeling fine. She will have 2 more races to do, and actually she did a reasonable job in qualifying, bearing in mind she's wildcard. She won't be starting right at the back for the other 2 races, as she did today, because this was based on qualifying in Miami, which she didn't do, of course. But we do wonder if she carries on like this, if the car repaired for races 2 and 3, she might be impressive and might get a chance to do F1 Academy next year. You're only allowed to do it for 2 years as a driver, aren't you?
Yes, you are. So
full years, that is.
Yeah, 2 full years. So final year, the champion has to move on. So Marta Garcia was our first champion in 2023. Abby Pulling was our champion last year. Both of those drivers had to move on, even if they've done 2 years or not. So Dorian, if she wins or not the championship this year, this will be her final year in F1 Academy, along with the likes of Leah Block, Tina Houseman, Chloe Chong, she did the first year in 2023. And then a little bit further down as well, Chloe Chambers and Maya Berg, Oriel Nobles as well. So quite a few spots up for grabs in F1 Academy for next year. Got plenty of racing still left to come.
It's funny, isn't it, with Dorian Tam? She's doing a great job this year, clearly. We're on the same weekend as Le Mans, and a couple of years ago she actually made her debut at Le Mans, didn't she? So, but now she's very much into single-seaters and trying to take this championship if possible.
She is, and she's done a great job of transitioning over from a GT car. She's done it the hard way, coming over from a GT car to single-seaters. Mark Webber was someone, the most famous one I can think of doing that. It's a much easier to transition from single-seaters to GTs, but she's doing obviously a fantastic job, and you can learn more about some of these drivers on the grid in the Netflix documentary, of course, F1 The Academy, that is now streaming on Netflix.
So Maya Berg, the car is still being worked on. They're still trying to find out what the problem with it is. They've done so much on it over the course of the weekend already. Can they find what is happening that she is just not able to get decent speed? And as Susie Wolf's down there talking to the team, hoping that they can obviously find an answer. We do have the safety car coming in at the end of this lap. We're on lap 14, so we'll be going on to lap 15 out of 17 with some racing to come. It could be a very exciting time because they will be very close together, obviously, and how you do the restart will be important. I think Dorian Pan does have that experience, but Ella Lloyd is quite a competitive racer herself. She'll go for it if she gets a chance.
She is.
Indeed. Ella Lloyd, she will definitely want to go for it. If possible, if she can, she certainly will go for a move on Dorian Pan. Of course, we know in the recent past that these two drivers have battled for plenty position in the recent past as they run through the back part of the circuit. Now, as I'm just trying to find where I was before, there we go. So safety car ending, and we've got 3 laps to go. Safety car will pull away this time around. Dorian Pan will lead us away with 3 laps to go. We spent 4 laps on the safety car. Here, of course, Dorian Pan, at this point, if she finishes where she is, she will lead the championship by a big margin of 27 points over Maya Vug. Maya Vug will drop in the championship. Green flag waves. Dorian Pan can choose when she goes. She continues to weave here and try and get some temperature into these front tyres. Once again, like Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine, I'm not completely sure if she can still continue weaving, but she continues to do so to get temperature into those tyres. She pulls away now. Dorian Pan goes. And she actually caught Ella Lloyd off by... She actually caught her in a way there. Caught her napping for Ella Lloyd. 3 laps to go as all the drivers run through the dirty stuff through the final 2 corners in this one. As Dorian Pan leads this race over Ella Lloyd, can Emma Felbermeyer re-pick up her pace in this one and fight Ella Lloyd for P2? Of course, if it finishes the way it is, Dorian Pan will lead the championship. If she is first or second, she will continue to lead the championship, but it will be by less. She will lead the championship by, heading into this, I think it's by 5 points, 15 points, 15 points, something like that. This is a battle going back down the field, is with Ferreira and Larson and Tina Houseman. Those 3 are battling. Wow! Front tyre lock-up and straight on for what is Ferreira, who... Oh, big crash! Oh my god, that would be an unsafe release. Oh, Chloe Chong, who got caught up in that. Oh, big crash. And who's that? That's my contact. And that is what I think would be Aurelia Nobles, who made contact with another car. I think that was Aurelia Nobles and Havrida who made contact. And it's Emma Felbermeyer and Ella Lloyd side by side. There's a safety car. They're going to have to calm down here. What happened? Oh, so it started with Ferreira, who had an unsafe release out of the, I think it was, oh my god, Chloe Chong. That's big damage to that car, the Charlotte Tilbury entry. Big damage to Chloe Chong's car. Oh my god. Oh. Big damage, right front suspension damage, and the chassis of that car is destroyed. Internally, there will be a lot more damage to the inside of that car, but it was unsafe release. That will be an immediate penalty. I reckon it'll be at least 10 seconds for an unsafe release like that. So, lock up there for Ferreira, Rafaela Ferreira. She went straight on and then unsafe release. Yeah, she probably should have checked that. I mean, Chloe Chong was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Bang, and straight into the wall. She actually rode the wall for a minute there. She actually, like, legitimately, she was up on 2 wheels riding the wall. That's how big of a hit that was. And Rafaela Ferreira will also have substantial damage as well.
Yeah.
Indeed, and that is Courtney Crone spinning as well. So Courtney Crone got caught up in that, and she ended up going spinning. So it's all going on. Chloe Chong will not be happy about that one. Charlotte Chill re-entry. She was battling for P8, P9, P10, and she got caught up in it. Jaconte, black and orange flags. So Jaconte, at this point in the race, is down in P14. She has, and there you go, turn 9 incident involving car 18 and 27, causing a collision. That would be an unsafe release for Rafaela Ferreira. She would be in a bit of strife, but sadly, that was Courtney Crone, yeah, so she got caught up in that and spinning. So Chong, Pats, and Maya Vug are out of this race. I think Maya Vug she's come back in. So that's Courtney, that's Jaconte. She's come back into the pits, and Maya Vug has made her way back out onto the circuit as well, but with at least 4 or 5 laps down. Our championship leader will not be scoring any points. She'll drop to, I think, 3rd in the championship. She will not lead the championship heading into race 3. It will be Dorian Pan that will lead, and this race will quite possibly finish on the safety car. As Jaconte and Courtney Crone noted, causing a collision as Molly Carson, the Canadian professional high driver, Molly Carson, watching on, Emma Felbermeyer and Ferreira are also under investigation, and that is one of the Visa Catch Up RB races. Ferreira is out of this race. So many have gone, many have DNF'd out of this race here, and those of being, I think it's Jaconte, Chong, Pat, and Maya Vug that ended up DNFing out of this race. Maya Vug, who was in a very good position heading into this weekend with electrical dramas. She will be not very happy with the way that this went. Jaconte and Courtney Crone will be investigated after the race for causing a collision. There will be a few penalties turned up here from race control. A few penalties indeed, as the crowd cheer on the F1 Academy cars as we get build up to Formula 1 free practice 3 here today. That is still to come. Here, that's actually 8 minutes away, and there's 16 minutes left in this. So, 16 minutes of time certain remaining. So, I'm guessing this would have been the final lap. So, Dorian Pan, I'm guessing, will cross the line this time around. Jaconte, Chong, Pat, and Vug out of this race. Ferreira is also out. Maya Vug, Dorian Pan will come to the line, and I'm guessing this might possibly be the final lap of the race. I'm sorry, this is the end of the race. Dorian Pan wins race 1 in F1 Academy. Ella Lloyd, Emma Feldmeyer, your top 3, and Dorian Pan bagged 25 points for her championship here. She will be very, very happy with that one. We're going to have a bit of a delay to the upcoming free practice session for Formula 1 as Lewis Hamilton watches on there. We're going to have a bit of a delay to the third free practice session for Formula 1. I'm going to be streaming that probably another about 9:22 I'll be live for that. But, yeah, that third practice session will probably be done by...
Again this season.
Yes, good point. Thank you. It was a good race overall. Smart.
Good job, mate. That's a Miami win at Montreal. Nice.
That's very nice, yes. Amazing track and amazing atmosphere of the race.
Indeed, Diane Pam, very, very happy with that one. Free practice 3 will be done by Sky Sports, so the World Feed will be taking that one. We're going to be handing it over to the World Feed for Formula 1 in a few moments' time. Here, handing it over to them in a few moments' time for practice. Here, handing it over to them. I'm going to change the title. Actually, I'm not going to change the title. I'm not going to. I'm not going to change the title of the stream as Emma from my.
Check it black, P3, mate. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Very much happy with that one for Emma Felbermeyer. Finishes this race P3 on the podium for Diane Pan. Free practice 3 for Formula 1 will be done by the World Feed for Sky Sports. And then, of course, I'll be back taking qualifying for Formula 1. Which, from me, is not too far away, actually. It will be from 10:30. So qualifying for Formula 1, and then of course Le Mans is on at the time of streaming this, so I'll probably be streaming Le Mans if I can find the stream for that. But I'm actually going to see if the World Endurance Championship is physically streaming it. So no, they're not. The World Endurance Championship is not streaming it, and neither is GT World. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. So that's not exactly handy, but the 24 hours of Le Mans has just kicked underway. Let's celebrate with Dorian Pan.
Just when things go tricky for everybody else, but Dorian Pan has taken victory here. The first of 3 races in Montreal this weekend. Chloe Chambers, who had pole position, was involved in an incident with her teammate Alisha Palmowski. Chloe Chambers did end up finishing in 9th position. Nice to see Lewis Hamilton congratulating her as well, Dorian Pan. Backed by Mercedes as she is now, even though Lewis is of course a Ferrari man these days. But yeah, the fact that Chambers finished in 9th does mean she will get the point for fastest lap.
Oh god, wait. Oh god. That did not go as expected. Oh god, the ads. The ads are killing me. The ads are absolutely killing me. They certainly are. Send it back now.
This means she will get the point for fastest lap in that race. She managed to get up into the top 10, as we mentioned. You have to do that to get the point for fastest lap. But yeah, Chloe Chambers did do that, and Chloe will be on pole for race 3 on Sunday. She'll be down in 8th place on the reverse grid for the 2nd race later on today.
Big celebrations, Lewis making sure to congratulate all the top 3, which is very nice to see. We saw Jonathan Wheatley down there as well from the Kick Sauber team. A big audience of McLaren there to support their driver Ella Lloyd, finishing P2.
Yeah, that was lovely for Ella Lloyd. She's been showing some great abilities. It didn't quite work out for her in Miami. She had a null finish after an accident early in the race, and that sort of penalised her grid position for this race, actually down to 7th. But with that, she still came through finishing 2nd. So that's very impressive what she's done, and we'll be keeping an eye on her, obviously, over the course of the weekend, because she qualified better for the 2nd race. There you are, the guys that you were talking about. They're very congratulating these young women drivers who are trying to prove what they can do. And of course, the great thing about F1 Academy is it gives those opportunities for people to show what they can do at a good level on some great tracks and make contact with some really important people in the motor racing world, and hopefully can build a career from it.
Exactly, it can. And you can see Carrie Shriners down there as well, giving advice, and congratulations to Emma Felbermeyer. So I'll head through up to the podium. Ella Lloyd, she was down there just chatting to her engineer Zimba, who was Andy Pulling's engineer last year. in road and motorsport. So really great to see a big crowd supporting these drivers, and it's early here in Montreal, nearly 10 o'clock, if you count that as being early. I think I do on a weekend. As this is the moment that Dorian Pan took the checker flag, and you can see, I was just about to say, a nice crowd building up around the circuit as well.
Yeah, so good timing. It's still early day really in Canada, coming up for 10 a.m. But yeah, lovely to see that celebration. By the way, those that didn't quite make the podium, we had Nina Gateman in 4th place, taking her 5th consecutive points finish. So Nina Gateman has been putting together some good results. Leah Block got a decent result this time as well, in 5th place, scoring 10 points in this race. And, she's only scored 2 points before that so far this year. And Alba Larson, who did that great job as well, moving up through the order, and has actually now scored in 5 of the last 6 races. And she's done well. She's the highest driver in the championship without yet a podium finish, so maybe that's something that Alba can do. Let's listen in.
It was the first, first half and then everyone crashed. Yeah. It was so close when we went into the last corner. I know with no walls. Yeah. Alright, yeah. No walls. What happened though? It was way too risky. She has the front wing damage, yeah. And then front one. That was the contact with Alicia. Hello? Yeah, this car is pretty sketchy, yeah. The clubs are very aggressive.
There's a lot for them to watch, because of course they hadn't seen quite a lot of those incidents, because they were still, when you're racing, you're so focused on exactly where you are and you can't keep an eye on everything else, so they were actually fascinated in watching what else was happening.
Right, exactly, they're too busy concentrating on their own race. It's always love to listen into the cool down room there from the drivers, but interesting, Dorian said about the 2 Red Bull drivers, just a bit too aggressive with each other. I'm sure that they're both going to have a sit down, is Chloe and Alicia, by the Campos team. That's big points for them to drop, but Dorian won't mind. She takes the lead of the championship, leading, believe it or not, from Maya Berg still, who didn't finish this race, by 24 points.
Gosh, 24 points, when it was a 1 point difference before the start of that race with Maya Berg leading, and now it's a 24 point lead for Dorian Pan. So Maya Berg is still in 2nd place with that gap, and Chloe Chambers, who it's hurt her a lot because she's still in 3rd place. She's 6 points behind Maya Berg. She's 30 points now behind Dorian Pan when she started from pole on her 21st birthday. I'm sorry for her, it hasn't worked out today. Maybe it'll go better for her later. Emma Felbermeyer, though, an excellent 3rd place, celebrating a tremendous result. 2nd place going to Emma Lloyd, backed up by McLaren. And as you say, lots of the McLaren team down there to congratulate her. But the victory, the 3rd win of the year, the 6th win of her career in F1 Academy. The victory goes to the French girl, Dorian Pan, who has delivered superbly well, backed by Mercedes. understandably, Dorian Pan looking very, very happy with the way it's gone in this first of 3 races in Montreal this weekend, as it's warming up beautifully as well. Track temperature suddenly climbing more and more. It'll be a slightly different track later when they're out for the second race on their reverse grid. She still will be in a good position in qualifying to be battling potentially up there. Ella Lloyd happy with her second position, having had 1 win in one of the reverse grid races, but that's a great podium in one of the 4 qualifying races with the maximum points. And Emma Felbermeyer delighted with that 3rd place and fully deserved. So many congratulations to our first podium sitters of the 3 races here in Montreal. It's going to be a fascinating weekend, and we've got plenty more good racing to go.
We have, later on today, we promise we won't make it too more confusing, it's going to be the reverse grid race from qualifying that took place yesterday. So that will be Chloe Chong, who will be starting on pole position, and you can catch that at 14:50 local time today.
Absolutely, yeah, and it will be, as you say, Chloe Chong on pole, Nina Gateman on 2nd, and Emma Felbermeyer, who's 3rd there. She will actually start in 3rd position. Dorian Tam will start in 6th place, having taken the victory here. But Alicia Tarmowski and Chloe Chambers, who it all went a bit wrong because of the contact between them, they will be starting 7th and 8th, but they are both obviously very quick around this track, so that could also change the order of things. And just bear in mind that we did see Rafaela Ferreira have an incident. We saw a bit of damage done to Chloe Chong's car, and I do hope that that can be fully repaired for the race later coming on. Let's take a look then at the full result of this first race in Montreal. Dorian Pan taking the victory comfortably in the end by that margin under safety car from Ella Lloyd. So the gap was not very big, but she had that dominant force. Ella Lloyd in 2nd, Emma Felbermeyer in 3rd, Nina Gateman in 4th place ahead of Leah Block, Alba Larson over 6th place ahead of Tina Hausman. Alicia Tarmowski ended up in 8th place ahead of her teammate Chloe Chambers. Ironically, they've been on the front row together. And Ava Anagnostiadis finished in 10th in the Tag Heuer supported machine. Aurelia Nobles was 11th ahead of Nicole Havrida. Courtney Crone down in 13th place. Incident involved Rafaela Ferreira, Joanchi Conti also in an incident. And out of the race, Chloe Chong, Matilda Batz, and unfortunately the former leader, Maya Bird. So that is the first result of the season. And as you said, we've got the race coming on later on this afternoon. We've also got the 3rd race, which will be under full qualifying order on Sunday as well. It has been tremendous. We've got more to come. Thank you for joining us. Back with F1 Academy later on today. Bye-bye for now.